climb the greatest heights. Jump. Send this to your best friend.
Listen up, bitch. You better fucking answer me. And you can't say you're busy. I don't care. You said you were busy 5 hours ago. And yesterday. And like a week ago. Should I rename you in messages to busy bitch? Because you're literally busy 24/7. And if you're not busy, you literally have to go to sleep. Like, sure, bitch. Now fucking answer.
One day in the 3rd grade my class went on a field trip to the zoo. This one girl named Ariel Tangagnol was jumping up and down so excited because she wanted to be a mermaid. She had to wear diapers because she couldn't stop laying shit eggs everywhere. The day before the class was being bad, so the teacher picked our bus partners instead of us, and guess the fuck what? I got paired with Ariel Tangagnol. The next day on the bus I was sitting next to Ariel and she was singing Let It Go like, bitch, do you want to be a mermaid or else like fucking pick one. When we got there Ariel Tangagnol kept telling the tour guide to shut the fuck up and she lectured us about every fish. She called the fish by Dory and Nemo. She told us to follow her but we didn't and we followed the tour guide. She must be really fucking strong because she fucking punched through the class and started swimming. She brought her fucking mermaid tail that she bought from 5 and Below and started swimming. She then forgot her diapers and took a fat shit in the aquarium. She took the biggest boggy goggy, took in a doppy, clean it with a moppy. Smells like shit, smells like D-lick. She is a bitch. It attracts ticks. It will stick. The shit wouldn't stop coming out and the force of the shit made the glass crack. All the fish were floating up to the top of the brown water. I was able to smell the shit from across the room and it smelled like a lakazalaka hoochula poochula. Turns out Ariel had bowel cancer. One day I was playing Roblox. A few minutes later I met this guy and Adopt Me. We became friends. Then a little later we started dating. I gave him my number and we started texting. He wanted to FaceTime but I had to go to my grandma's house so I told him I would FaceTime later. Either way I was a little nervous to FaceTime. Okay, anyway I got to my grandma's house and I decided to bring my laptop because I still wanted to play Adopt Me with my boyfriend. I noticed that my grandma was on her phone the whole time. She literally never goes on her phone. Like when I went to say hi to her she literally slapped me and told me to go away. Like, bitch, chill out, what did I do? Anyway I went to join Adopt Me and I saw that my boyfriend was online. I joined and gave him a free giraffe. A second later my grandma jumps 5 feet in the air and she screamed yippee yappy wappy hoo ha hey and she fell on her back. That was the moment I realized I was dating my own grandma. She got rushed to the hospital. A day later my mom told me she died. We went to her funeral. It was going normal until all of a sudden I hear the Adopt Me music coming from her funeral casket.
I had the worst start to 2021. It was last year on Thanksgiving a few years ago. I was watching TikToks on my TV remote when I looked outside and saw my brother watering the microwave. I wanted to go outside because I love staying indoors, but there was no gas in my skateboard. And since my phone was dead, I called my wife to ask her if she wanted to be my husband. She told me that her dad was 11 months pregnant and that I was going to be a grandson. You're welcome for watching.
More things that must be cancelled. Dentists, because they make your teeth whiter, and that is doing white supremacy. Cars, because you can only drive them straight, and that is very homophobic. Salt and chips, because it has the racist word in them, and that makes them very racist. Attractive people, because they make ugly people feel bad about themselves, and that is body shaming. Laundry, because you have to segregate the whites from the colors, which is a big racism. This emoji, because it perpetuates Asian stereotypes. The words female and woman, because it has the words man and male in it, and that is suppressing women. Rain, because it makes me wet without my consent.
Alicia! What? What the hell is that? Ew! Look behind you, Miss Trisha! What? I'm sorry. What is it? Oh, the regulated eyelashes! Ew! That really jumped on me! Ew, what the hell is that there? Is that a guy? No, Mom, look behind you! Mom, are you alright? I'm gonna take you to the nursing home. I'm in hospital. Oops.
Am I the only one that would show up to school and nothing important would happen? But then you miss one day! One day! And the whole entire math club beats up the football team. Tom Cruise walks through the front door and is like, hey look, I'm gonna pay all your college tuition. The popular girl gets pregnant. The worst teacher in the building gets fired. Everybody that was in English class passes with an A. The principal's like, hey, guess what, teachers? Email. Hand out 400 points worth of extra credit for no reason. And then there was a freaking dinosaur fossil found in the school football field!
Is it just me, or am I the only one when I'm on YouTube, basically, an ad pops up and it's Grammarly? So, basically, it goes, do you ever need help with your writing? Well, we got the No! No! I don't need help! I've gotten through elementary school, okay? And I'm currently in middle school, so yes! Thank you. In my opinion, Miraculous is a tiny bit overrated. I mean, sis, don't get me wrong, I ain't no hater, but it's the same in every freaking episode. You know, someone gets angry, then they get akumatized by Hawkmoth, then Ladybug and Cat Noir come to the rescue and fight a little bit, and then Ladybug uses her, lucky charm, and then they win. Then Hawkmoth, at the end of every single episode, is like, I will get you next time, Cat Noir and Ladybug. Just you wait and see. Miss Girl! Well, it better be soon, Hawkmoth. It's been like 100 episodes, and you ain't even been close. Get your game face on. Get your game face on. He's a little bit of a bitch.
Day I was sitting on the bus with my grandma. I took her out for breakfast and we went shopping and whatnot. My grandma is deaf and she had her hearing aid off in the bus. While we were watching out the window, I think the big breakfast I ate tore up my stomach because I let out the most aggressive asshole tearing fart so big and powerful the bus window shattered and all 4 tires went flat. The fart was so violent it split my scrotum in half and it melted my grandma's hearing aid into the side of her head. It was so powerful the bus started swerving and the bus emergency alarm started going off. The girls on the bus started crying and calling the police, but my whole ripping fart wouldn't stop. It was going so strong that the bus steel started melting and the old couple sitting at the back of the bus died of a stroke. The bus was swerving like crazy because of my demonic weather-changing fart busting all the tires. The fart started bringing in rain clouds and we had a massive thunderstorm and the thunder started striking the bus every few seconds. I saw a few people jump out of the windows to escape my paranormal fart and they all were rolling on the side of the road and some of them. One time I was sitting in church and I had to fart. I knew it would be dangerous considering I have a supernatural asshole. I felt it coming and the next thing you know the building starts vibrating and the sprinklers got set off. The roof was starting to cave in and I knew it was coming. All the windows were shattering and the ground was wobbling. I did the most chunky, monkey, funky, stunky, bedbunky, tree trunky, gunky, skunky, sloppy, ploppy, moppy, gloppy, mushy, tushy, ooshy gooshy, sushi fart so powerful I needed to get stitches. The walls started to crack and everyone was screaming while hiding under their chairs praying because they thought God was coming down. The danger alarm went off and everyone was calling their family saying they loved them. The roof finally caved in causing more destruction and my whole splitting fart finally stopped. Everyone got out from under the chairs and looked around. There was rubble everywhere and even the brick walls was cracked. They were wondering where God is and I had to act concerned with them. Anyways, my fart made it on the news and was titled as California's most deadliest earthquake. Little did they know it was my ripper ass. So y'all remember how PE teachers used to make you run the mile in elementary school? Well boy do I have a fucking story for you. So I was out on the field running my second lap and my stomach started hurting because my fucking mom decided to buy McDonald's for breakfast. So I asked the teacher if I could go to the bathroom and that bitch ass Trump gorilla looking motherfucker said no, so I just kept running and prayed to Michael Jackson that it would go away. So I'm on my third lap and I have to fart. And on God I pulled a Nessa Barrett. So much shit came out that I could literally make a 4-course meal with it. And a chocolate fountain for dessert. I was about to fucking cry. Obviously I wasn't gonna tell my teacher that I shit myself, so I just said I felt like I was gonna throw up. So I go to the clinic literally holding my hands on my ass so nobody would see my shit. When I get to the clinic the nurse tells me to sit down, but in my head I'm like, bitch, if I sit down your chair is gonna look like the chocolate river from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I just lean on the wall until my mom comes to pick me up. When I stand up off the wall to go to the bathroom my shit is smeared on the wall and the nurse looks at it and she's like, what the fuck? Was that you? And I was like, ew, hell no, and I run to the bathroom and my whole ass had shit on it, and when my mom picked me up I started crying because she asked what smelled like dog shit and she thought she stepped in something and I had to tell her it was my ass.